So are you ready for your question, candidate number 1?
Definitely.
Alright. So please pick your question. So you pick question number 3. Again, I will read the question twice. And the question number 3 is, has the speed of technological advances taken away our emotional connections? Again, has the speed of technological advances taken away our emotional connections? Go.
So has the speed of the technological advances taken away our emotional connections? So first of all, technology has so marami nang napuntahan ng ating technology. So I think na yes, it has advances the technology and taken away our emotional connections. Oh, I'm so sorry. I mean no, it does not taken away our emotional connections due to technological advances, because I believe that there are always advantage and disadvantage when it comes to social media, and not just social media, but of course the technologies that we are actually using. So because of these technologies, communications are much easier, and also there are always videogram, Facebook, Instagram, so we get along with our feelings with social media, and of course with using our cell phones, laptops, we get along with our feelings at the same time. So we are living in a free country, so I believe that we are not taking away all the emotions when it comes to technology. That would be all. Thank you.
Very well said, candidate number 1. Muli po, palakpakan po natin si candidate number 1. Maaari ka lang bumalik sa likod, candidate number 1, and prepare for the next round. Pili ka na ng iyong tanong. Here is your question. You pick question number 1. How different the world be if a transgender were to rule the world? Again, how different the world be if a transgender were to rule the world? Go.
Thank you. If a transgender were to rule the world would be so colorful. We all know that with the wings that we have, with the colorful hands that we have, the imagination, the heart of a woman, and the strength of a man, we are 2 in 1. And with that being said, we can make the world more colorful. Colorful in a way that we can serve people with love. We can serve people with our hearts of a woman. And we can serve people with the strength of a man. And I believe that with that, I as a transgender woman will make a difference in the country. I will tell my story of how hard it is to live in a world where negativity is always there. And with that, as I experience growing up those negativities, I am not going to let my community to experience that, but I will use my heart and my strength as both man and woman to rule the world colorful. Thank you.
Thank you so much, candidate number 2. We will now proceed backstage and prepare for the next phase. Please pick your question. You picked question number 8. Yan, basahin ko natin. In this world, where being intelligent is a win, do we really need to know everything? Yes, no, and why? Again, in this world where being intelligent is a win, do we really need to know everything? Yes or no, and why?
You know what, ladies and gentlemen, as a Filipino citizen, I will not be a hypocrite to prove you that I know everything under the heat of the sun. Ladies and gentlemen, the question is, do we really need to know everything in this world? My answer is definitely yes. Because I believe that if you have the knowledge in this world, and if you can understand every small and big situation, therefore, you can live in this country with a graceful heart and be a good Filipino citizen. Because at the end of the day, we should always remember na walang excuse sa pagiging tanga at pagiging bobo dahil napakaraming solusyon. Ang gobyerno ay gumawa ng paraan upang lahat tayo ay makapag-aral ng libre sa panahon ngayon. Therefore, there is only one word that I would like you to remember. That there is what we have called the ignorance law. You cannot always be excused by being ignorant. Dahil sabi nga sa TV at lagi natin napapakinggan, lamang ang may alam. And if you have this in your life, you will never lose any battle of your life. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Pick your question, candidate number 4. At ito po ang iyong katanungan. You picked question number 4. What would you do if you knew you could not fail? Again, what would you do if you knew you could not fail?
Alright, I believe that having the ability to know that you're not going to fail anything and everything that you would do is definitely an opportunity. Therefore, if I have the chance to know that I am not going to fail anything, I will do every single thing that I can do in my life. Living with my family, spending the life with my friends, and doing the best thing for me to just simply enjoy life. I am going to do all the things that would hinder me maybe of succeeding. I will do a lot of things maybe against the law because you know that you're not going to fail anything. And that is the blind of life. That is when we tend to do things that is against what is normal and that is against the law. So if I am going to have a chance or ability to know that I am not going to fail anything, I'll do everything to make myself happy. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Candidate number 4. Candidate number 5, please pick your question now. Kinakabahan ba si number 5? Huwag kang kakabahan. Parang isipin mo tayong dalawa lang dito sa covered court. Ayan. Your question is question number 10. Okay, basahin natin dalawa ha. Knowledge is power. Education is our foundation. Tell us what is your greatest life lesson you never learned from school. Again, knowledge is power. Education is our foundation. Tell us what is your greatest life lesson you never learned from school.
Maraming salamat po sa isang napakagandang katanungan. Marahil meron po tayong kanya-kanyang experience sa ating buhay na may pinakamagandang lesson na nangyari sa ating buhay na hindi natin napag-aaralan sa eskwelahan. Ngunit bilang isang individual na transgender na nakaharap sa inyong harapan, ang pinaka-greatest experience lesson na nangyari sa aking buhay na hindi ko natutunan sa school ay wala pong iba kundi ang magpakatotoo kung ano at kung sino ka. Bakit? Dahil kung hindi po ako nagpakatotoo, wala pong Karen Montesilio na nakaharap sa inyong harapan. Dahil kahit kailan ang aming gender ay hindi tanggap dito sa ating bansa. Dahil kahit sa eskwelahan, hindi po pinag-aaralan kung ano po ba ang tunay na ginawa ng Diyos, lalaki or babae. Ngunit kami rin po ay parte ng ating mundo. Dahil dito sa ating bansa ay kaming mga LGBT is we are just existent and tolerated. Because if we are accepted, we are protected by law. Kaya ayun po, ang greatest lesson na natutunan ko po na hindi ko napag-aralan sa eskwelahan. Kaya sa lahat ng nanonood ng mga kabataan na transgender, gay, bakla, na nanonood sa akin ngayong gabi, maging magpakatotoo po kayo. Dahil walang sino man ang tutulong sa iyo at magtataas ng ating bandera, kundi tayo-tayo lang. Dahil sabi nga, kitlin niyo man po ang aming buhay. Biyakin niyo man ang aming bungo. Sa bungo pa rin po namin nakalimbag ang sariwa naming dugo. Baklaman po kami sa pambubusabos, ngunit kahit kailan, hindi susuko. Salamat po.
Thank you so much. Candidate number 5. You may now pick your question number 6. Alright. Isa natin ang iyong katanungan, number 6. Sabay natin basahin, sorry. Okay. So you pick question number 2 para sa ating mga judges. Number 2 po. Okay, basahin natin ha. If you had a chance to discuss a social issue with world leaders, what issue or what social issue would it be, and explain? Again, if you had a chance to discuss a social issue with our world leaders, what social issue would it be, and explain?
Okay, bilang isang kabataan, maraming mahirap sabihin ng katanungan nang naayon mo sa inyong opinyon. Ngunit hayaan niyo akong sabihin ito nang naayon mo sa akin ang opinyon at nararamdaman. Marahil kung may i-discuss mo daw ako na issue dito sa ating mundo, ano mo daw ito at bakit? Yun po ang pandidiskrimina sa kapwa mo. Dahil bilang isang individual, naniniwala mo ko, nais kong masolusyonan ang pandidiskrimina o palalait ang pananapak ng kapwa natin dito sa mundo. Dahil bilang isang tao, sabi nga nila, kapayapaan ang panahihigin natin dito sa ating mundo. Pag gusto mo tanongin ang bansa mo, kung ano ang may tutulong nila para sa iyo, pag gusto mo ang sarili mo, kung ano ang may tutulong mo para sa bansa mo. Dahil naniniwala ako sa kanta, ang sabi nga sa kanta, sana'y pag-ibig na lang ang may bigil ng bawat isa. Mga minamahal kong manonood, naniniwala mo ko, magmahalan at tutulungan mo tayo, nandiyan tayo ng daig, gawa tayo ng gawa, matanong kita, minagawa ka na bang tawa sa tinatawag mong kapwa? Kaya habang nabubuhay ka dito sa ating mundo, gumawa ka ng tama at makisama ka sa kapwa mo at irespeto mo kung sino o ano ang taong nandiyan sa tabi mo. Maraming salamat po.
Alright, thank you so much. Candidate number 6, please pick your question. Once again, I will read the question twice. So you picked question number 6. For our judges, question number 6. If you were to be appointed as a Trans Secretary of Department of Tourism, what innovation will you implement to boost cultural tourism? Again, if you were to be appointed as a Trans Secretary of Department of Tourism, what innovation will you implement to boost cultural tourism? Go.
Okay, thank you for that very wonderful question. Talking about the cultural tourism or the tourist spot in our country. Ladies and gentlemen, when we are talking about tourist spot in the Philippines, we have a lot of natural tourist spot in this country. Therefore, we don't have the right to question these tourist spots. You know what, ladies and gentlemen? The bottom line of this question is we should not focus on innovating our tourist spot. We should focus on ourselves. Because we are Filipino, we are promoting our country. Therefore, we should work hand in hand. Together, we can promote the tourist spot of this country. Ladies and gentlemen, we are one nation. We are all Filipino. If we work hand in hand, we can make this country a better place to live in. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Candidate number 7. Here's your question. Please pick a number in your question. Okay. You picked question number 9 for our judges. Are you a responsible citizen? If yes, then prove to us that stealing to feed a starving child is wrong. Again, are you a responsible citizen? If yes, then prove to us that stealing to feed a starving child is wrong? Go.
Any form of act which is against the law is definitely, you're not abiding citizen. Because one small act which was definitely stealing is not good. But I'm saying this to all of you, regardless, you have the purpose that it is good. You have to feed a starving child. Still, there are many reasons. But on the other hand, I should say, if on that very moment, why should I steal when in fact I have to go with that particular store, the owner of the store, I can go back. I have no money at this point of time. Can you please lend me that food? I just give the food to a certain child who is starving at this very point of time. It's an emergency, probably you can do it. In a certain situation, every one of us must learn which is right and which is wrong. It is your prerogative, of course, and it is your own conscience if you can do things. Of course, there's what you call Robin Hood, but let us not practice it because it's a fictional character. Tandaan na ang pagnanakaw kailanman ay hindi tama. So kahit maliit man yan at gusto mong busugin ng isang batang nagugutom, may mga tamang paraan naman. At this point of time, when you said that the question is, am I a law-abiding citizen? Yes, I am. I'm paying my taxes, I'm paying everything, and wala pa akong criminal records, and that is why. So I should say, let us not embrace something with excuses. We have to go further with explaining. There are situations that you can go beyond with proper communicating so that you can solve problem. Hindi po ang pagnanakaw ang solusyon, ngunit ang tunay na pakikibahagi ng rason ng komunikasyon maibibigay, hindi magnanakaw. Thank you.
Here is your question. Please pick a number. And your question. Alright. Question number 5. Yeah. If you were to lose your hearing ability tomorrow, what would you want to hear today while you still can? Again, if you were to lose your hearing ability tomorrow, what would you want to hear today while you still can? Go.
Okay, thank you so much. If I am going to say that I would like to be famous of my beauty and my aspect, that is something an old cliche already, and that creates a bad one-going effect. I would rather say that the human being possesses its 5 senses, and therefore God created it in a very perspective and meaningful way. If I am going not to hear for tomorrow, what should I want to hear for today? Ladies and gentlemen, there are many reasons why we hear to something. In fact, in our life, there are lies that connect us with our past. But one more thing I would like to ask and I would like to hear is that when my grandma passed away, I would like to hear with her, is she proud of me? Because ladies and gentlemen, my grandma is a devout Catholic, and she said to me that put in your mind and your heart, whatever it is, the religious aspect of being an LGBTQIA community is one of the productive criteria that you have. And ladies and gentlemen, still, even though she's not here, I continue her legacy. I continue devoting our dearest Mother Mary and even going to church. I'm not saying I am a saint or I am saying that I am a perfect person, but living with a legacy with what our forefathers would want us go into is a living proof that they will be proud of us. And I know for a fact if I am going to see her once again, I could hear her voice and saying, "Anak, kaluguranda ka, at totoo, pakamalanda ka." Thank you. Nakalimutan sa lahat.
Very well said. Candidate number 9. So here is your question, candidate number 10. Pampaalis lang ng kabayo. No? Okay. So, ito po ang ating last question. Your question is question number 7. What do you think is the most inconvenient truth about climate change? Again, What do you think is the most inconvenient truth about climate change? Go.
What do I think is the most inconvenient truth about climate change? Well, there is climate change because of the destruction of the ozone layer in the atmosphere. Because of it, the UV rays coming from the sun is entering the Earth's surface. And for me, the most inconvenient truth about climate change is that we are suffering from it. We all know that we have been devastated by different kinds of calamities here in our country. Not only here in our country, but around the world. The world has been devastated by every kind of calamities. There are flash floods, there are volcanic eruption, there are tsunami. And I believe that because of this thing, we can never deny the fact that it is our responsibility to take care of our Mother Nature. Remember that it is a fact, and yes, it might sound cliche that our Mother Nature can live without us, but we human beings cannot live without our Mother Nature. That is why we need to do our best. Remember, God created this world and He included everything that we need in order for us to survive. That is why we need to work, we need to help each other. We need to help our Mother Nature so that our Mother Nature can heal. Let us all be united as one. Because if we will be united as one, then we can heal the world. Let us all cherish, protect, and nurture the gift of our Almighty Creator, God. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, candidate number 10. Palapakan naman po natin si candidate number 10. Hey, meron na po akong hawak na 5 numero o 5 kandidata. Nakasama po sa ating top 5. Palapakan naman po natin ang ating mga candidates. And to begin our top 5, you belong to the group candidate number in no particular order po ha. Candidate number 3. Kasama ka na din sa top 5. Candidate number 2. Kasama ka na din sa top 5 at mag-ready ka na sa Q&A candidate number. Who's your bet? Candidate number 8. Alright, nakatatlo na po tayo. 2 na lang po ang mapapabilang sa ating top 5. This will be our last round. Huwag ka nang kabahan, pumunta ka na sa harap. Candidate number 10. Congratulations. And to complete our top 5, we have candidate number. Ihanda mo na ang iyong sagot sa final round. Candidate number 9. Congratulations to candidates number 3, candidate number 2, candidate number 8, candidate number 10, and candidate number 9.